There we go. Good afternoon. Hey, it is 12:41. Warning that is in effect for portions of Racine and Kenosha counties. Let me pull this up for you with the radar, and please share this. I'm going to do a deep dive on what we're expecting right now in terms of what is going on. So we'll kind of let other folks join here for just a moment, and we're going to zoom this in. First things first, the tornado warning does not include Walworth County any longer. So now it is just portions of northern Kenosha and a good chunk of Racine County. And this is going to run until 1:15. Let me double check here. Until 1:15. That is the expiration time. So the rotation here is right over the Burlington area and heading towards Union Grove and Yorkville. So if you're in these areas, you need to be in a tornado safe location right now. Again, this is a severe or a tornado warning now in effect for northern Kenosha and Racine County, and that's going to run until 1:15. So let's do a deep dive on this here. What's been going on, we've been watching this over the course of really the last hour as it's been pulling out of Illinois. So, and you can see there really rough looking storm, and it looks like it's starting to spin again. So there is a severe thunderstorm warning surrounding this, including Racine, including Caledonia, for 80-mile-per-hour winds. This is a big deal. All right, so even if you don't see a tornado out of this, we could get some very strong winds. So let's dive into this. Here is the rotation, which to me at the moment, let's loop this, doesn't, let's see. Yeah, definitely was spinning up west of Burlington. And you can see that, if you can see my cursor right there, west of Lyons, there was a definite quick spin up there. It looks like that rotation has largely ceased, but now I'm concerned about strong outflow winds. So this is, we're going to throw the velocity in here and let's sample this. Yeah, 60, 65. Let's see what else we've got here. This is to the southeast of Burlington. Again, if you're just tuning in live here, this is a tornado warning in effect for a good chunk of Racine County and extreme northwest and northern portions of Kenosha County until 1:15. It is currently 12:44. So these winds are pretty strong. Weather Service is saying potentially up to 80-mile-per-hour winds out of this storm. So I'll animate the winds out of this, and you'll see that here as it came across Delavan Lake. And now see how the winds are starting to perk up south of Burlington. So that's now the concern. For me, more so even than a tornado at this point, is going to be strong, damaging winds. Yeah, I just don't like that signature. I don't see the rotation as much. Now, that being said, if you have 80-mile-per-hour winds versus a tornado, it's both EF1 at that point. So you need to be in your basement or lowest level of your home, getting as many walls in between you and the outside as possible. Again, this is a tornado warning in effect until 1:15. Surrounding that, there is a severe thunderstorm warning until 1:30. So if you're in that, your phones have gone off both for the severe thunderstorm warning and for the tornado warning, because the severe thunderstorm warning is in effect for 80-mile-per-hour winds, which is, again, hurricane force. I mean, this is significant here. Honestly, the tornadic end of this is not as concerning for me at the moment, but the damaging winds are. And the winds look like they are increasing south of Burlington right now, just to the northwest of Brighton, right around Browns Lake, heading towards Eagle Lake. And I know it's the 4th of July holiday weekend, and this is very concerning. Folks really need to be in their shelter off the water. And, you know, this is going to blow through quick, all right? But you need to be in your shelter quickly here from this if you're in the path of this storm. So, again, that is the concern that we currently have. And let's see here what else. Let me check in. I'm going to loop this for you, and I'm going to check in with the National Weather Service. Again, you can also tune in on our Fox Local app. My colleagues at Fox 6 are there on the Fox Local app as well. I'm off today, and I just ran home from a 4th of July party to do this, but so I'm kind of working from home here. Update from the National Weather Service. All right, they're downing the winds to 70, so that's good news. I mean, it's 70 versus 80, but it's not 80 any longer. They're saying near Wind Lake, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. The tornado, let's see what they're saying here. The rotation that prompted the tornado warning has weakened again. If, let's see. Okay. So the strong wind signature remains in the south side. The tornadic signature has decreased. And that's exactly what we were just talking about, right? When it came to this. So just kind of getting an update there from the National Weather Service. New radar scan in. What I like is I'm not seeing any sort of tornadic signature just on this image. However, I would say just from looking at this, and it's going to be this particular area. That strikes me. So now we're going to go do a couple things. One, we're going to look at the rotation. Not saying that, but my goodness, do you see that right there? Right in that particular area. Now I'm just going to switch products to the regular velocity. Okay, Union Grove. Union Grove, you need to be in your tornado safe location right now. This is not tornadic. This is intense wind. And let's sample this now. See what I mean? 73 miles per hour, and that's at radar height. All right, so it's detecting nearly there you go, 75. Detecting hurricane force winds between Union Grove and Paris. I know Paris was hit hard a couple of weeks ago, and this is intense wind. And we're going to do a loop on this. All right, so, and this is going to fall outside of the tornado warning as well. So I need folks to listen very closely here. Union Grove, Paris, Summers, Sturtevant, Franksville, Racine itself, Summers, I believe I mentioned you as well. This wind is heading towards you, and this is going to be hurricane force winds. All right. Again, this is not tornadic, meaning it's not rotating, but the winds are going to be coming straight out of the storm. Please text your friends, text your family who may be at 4th of July activities right now. I know many, folks are off today. Make sure if they're in this area that they know about this. Cell phones should have gone off for this. But again, my concern here is less about the spin and more about the straight line winds. So we were just looking at the winds at radar height, right? So the radar beam goes out and it's hitting the storm, obviously well above the ground or well above even the lowest layer in Racine County right now. So the issue with that is if we're getting hurricane force winds above us, what happens when those winds come crashing down to the ground? They increase, right? They increase because of gravity and that push downward, and that could lead to 80 mile per hour winds. I know the Weather Service is down this to 70, but this is a concerning radar signature right now for strong, damaging winds. Union Grove, Paris, Summers, Sturtevant, Racine, North Bay, Franksville. Again, I would take tornado precautions because of the strength of these winds. Lowest level of your home, getting as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Update from the National Weather Service. The storm has become messier as it's moving towards the lakeshore. The wind signature on the south side continues. It's heading towards Union Grove and then Franksville. So again, this is for the same areas that we've just been talking about here, Union Grove and Franksville. And this is, again, a serious situation given the fact that we have the winds on the radar coming in at hurricane force. Again, in between Union Grove and Paris. If you have friends or family in this area, please text them. I know a lot of folks are outside. A lot of folks are enjoying the holiday weekend here that's just starting. But this is not going to last long. It's now 12:51, and this will be out over the lake by 1:30 at the latest. But this is serious wind. Again, Union Grove, Sturtevant, Racine, North Bay, Wind Point, Franksville, Yorkville, all these areas. You need to be in your tornado safe location given where that wind signature is currently located. Let me go back to reflectivity. So this is what you're looking at when you pull up radar on an app, right? This is what we call the base radar, all right? And you can see how there was a hook on it back towards the town of Turtle, and then that kind of went away. So that initially prompted the tornado warning. In fact, west of Burlington or west of Lyons, it picked up again. Now, what the Weather Service is talking about, meaning that it's messy, is that signature now, it's just a big blob, right? So now what we have to do as meteorologists is, you could look at that and that could look like just ordinary heavy rain, right? But as meteorologists, what we have to do is peel the layers back and go into wind mode here. This is why we call it Doppler radar, because it can sense the winds. Boy, oh boy, and this is just updated again. And I'll tell you, it is more and more concerning. And again, it's this area right here. All right. So this bright area, the radar is detecting intense wind between Union Grove and Paris. That is now 12:52. Let's go ahead and sample this. 76, 77 mile per hour winds. Looks like, hang on, stand by here. Hearing reports of damage in Lake Geneva. New severe thunderstorm warning for Racine and Kenosha counties. Interesting that they're going, let's see here. They're going 60 mile per hour winds. That's the weaker part of, they just issued another warning that includes Kenosha. That's actually for a weaker part of the storm. So we'll get to that in a minute. But again, 77 is what we saw here. Yeah, this is big time wind. And again, this is at radar height here. So if you're just joining me, and again, I encourage you to share this, text your friends the link. You can, and also join my colleagues on the Fox Local app as well. If you have that on your TV or your phone, we are live on there. I'm off today, so I am doing this from home. But this is serious, serious wind in between Union Grove and Paris. Let me put this into motion here for you so you can see how this all transpires. Watch this. See what I mean? Look at how the wind field is expanding as it's approaching Summers and Sturtevant. It is getting stronger. Now we're going to go back to the base reflectivity, and I wonder if we're going to start to see more of a surge in that. So let's look at that. Not great. But again, it's this area right in here. But again, just looking at this image, it just looks like heavy rain. So that's why you have to peel the layers back. I look at this and go, yeah, it's, it looks strong. But in fact, what I'll do, let me double box this and that's the hail, by the way, which on the right, let me see, can you see that there? Yeah. Hail on the right, and there's some decent hail out of this as well, but that is not my concern at the moment. This is the rotation, not really concerned with that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have both of these on here so that you guys can look at this together. There we go, and I'm going to loop this for you. Again, if you're just joining me here, it is 12:55. I'm going to have the loop playing. There is a severe thunderstorm warning. Looks like the tornado warning is done. Let's see. Did they just drop that? I think they just dropped the tornado warning. So that's good news, but listen to me very closely. Just because they dropped the tornado warning doesn't mean the threat is over. This is EF1 tornado winds heading into Sturtevant, Racine, Summers, all these areas, Yorkville, Union Grove, and it's right over Union Grove as we speak. So you need to be in your tornado safe spot right now if you are in this warning. Kenosha, you're under a different warning in that the strongest of the winds, I'm going to stop this so that you guys can see here what exactly we're looking at. So there we go. So Kenosha, you're not experiencing the strongest of the winds. You see what I mean? On the right-hand side, Summers to Union Grove, that's heading into Racine. And those are the 70 to 80 mile per hour winds that the radar is picking up right now. Kenosha, you could get 60 mile per hour winds on the somewhat weaker side of this. And that's really coming more out of Antioch, right on the state line there. But again, the big concern, Sturtevant, Racine, Summers, Union Grove. This storm does have a history of producing damage at this point, and that is certainly a concern. And this could very well be producing wind damage. So this is why I'm saying you need to be in your tornado safe spot. This warning runs for just over another half an hour. So again, please stay in your tornado safe location here. I'm trying to see some of your questions as well. So I'm going to let the radar loop. If you have questions, put them in the comments. And I'll try to answer some for you here as we are live. So give me a second here as we pull this up. Yeah, tornado type weather hitting the same areas. Again, absolutely. Paris got hit so hard a few weeks ago. Muskego, you're okay. Wendy, you're good to go. This is all in front of you now. So the worst of the weather will not hit you. Someone, let me see here, asked about Greenfield. Kaylee, you're good. You're good in Greenfield. No concern for you. You're seeing the clouds, maybe hearing the thunder, but you're fine. Rochester, Jesse, that is concerning for you right now. Let me zoom you in. So Rochester, you are good. Rochester, you are good. You're still seeing the rain, but the worst is past you. And it looks like the strongest of the winds went just to your south. And I mean by a few miles. If you are in Racine, Sturtevant, Mount Pleasant, Elmwood Park, Franksville, North Bay, Wind Point, you need to be in your tornado safe location right now. This is going to blow through fast. This will be out over the lake before 1:30. If you're even Summers, right now, this is extending to the south. So if you're in extreme northeastern Kenosha County or right on the border, you need to be in your tornado safe location here as well. This is serious wind, folks, on the order of 70 to 80 miles per hour. Franklin and Milwaukee, you're good to go. Franklin and Milwaukee, you're good. Lake Geneva, yes. Carl, you're in the clear. You are good. Again, once this passes, I think we're going to be okay until later on tonight. But again, Paddock Lake, you are fine too at the moment. Let me see. Hang on a minute, Paddock Lake. Let me just double check for you. But yeah, you are now in behind it in Paddock Lake. So you're fine. Paddock Lake, you're good. It's really Sturtevant, Summers, Racine, Franksville, Wind Point. So if you're along or east of that area, that's really the concern right now. Folks on Twitter and on YouTube, I'm streaming in multiple locations. So let me see if we have any questions coming in on here. Not seeing any there. Just want to double check and see if we have any questions on our other platforms as well. So feel free to put your questions in the comments and I will try to get that for you here as well. Just want to double check and see if we have. Let's see here. All right, not seeing anything there on. Oh, here we go. Kate on YouTube. This is in southeastern Wisconsin. And Nathan, what are the tops of these storms? Let me tell you that. That's actually a very good question. So let me show you the tops, and I'll tell you why this is important. All right, let's analyze this real quick, too. I'm feeling a little better. Actually, not great, but I'm feeling a little bit better. The winds appear to be coming down to about 60 miles per hour instead of 77 as they're approaching Sturtevant. So, again, still intense wind, but you'll notice, watch when it's Union Grove, and now as it's just north of Summers, it's weakening ever so slightly. That may be a good sign, but I would be prepared for some strong, strong winds here coming through. Now, Nathan asked about the tops here, the echo tops, or the top of the storm. And I'll show you this here, and I'll tell you the significance. So they're not overly tall, which is interesting. They're only at about 30,000 feet. Now, if you go down into Illinois, they go up to about 45,000. Yesterday, we had storms topping close to 50,000 feet, which would be about 10 miles high, right? So these are not overly tall. Why is that significant? Because that's probably why we're not seeing as much hail with them. The taller the storm, the colder it is, right? And typically the stronger it is. This now is turning into a nasty little squall line right as we're heading out over Lake Michigan. So I think within the next 10 to 15 minutes, guys, we're going to be done with this. Franklin, I know someone asked about Franklin. You're good. That was just a little thunderstorm coming through. Same thing in southern Waukesha County, just some showers for you. But let me zoom this out. I mean, see what I mean? This is just clipping our southern counties. And this is going to move out, and I think we're going to be good here for quite a while until later on tonight. So that kind of gives the surrounding areas maybe a little peace of mind. Pleasant Prairie, 50 knot wind gust. Okay, so that is a confirmed 58 mile per hour wind gust. So that is jiving with what we're seeing on radar. So that is, now confirmation. Thankfully, we're not seeing a lot more than that. Not good news. Erica, thank you. Power lines and trees down in Burlington. I don't like that. Kenneth, I guess the soccer game on TV is more important than the weather. Listen, we're on the Fox Local app right now. Please download the Fox Local app. That's all I can say about that. How's Summerfest this evening looking, Coda? It could get stormy at 9-10 o'clock tonight, so stay tuned for updates there. Very calm in Caledonia near Wind Point, so you're kind of in the calm before the storm at this point. So you're going to get this here. Actually, Caledonia, you know what? It's going to go, the heaviest winds are going to go just to your south. You're going to still get hit here, but it looks like this is really Racine Wind Point. I'm sorry, were you Caledonia? Judy, what's the timing for the later storms? That's going to come in. In fact, I'll pull that up here as we are continuing to watch this. And again, if you're just joining us here, severe thunderstorm warning runs until 1:30 for Kenosha and Racine counties. We've had a near 60 mile per hour wind gust. The winds are coming down, but the strongest winds are heading into the city of Racine as we speak. All right. So keep watching this. I'm going to pull up some model data for you, and we'll take a look at that together. And we can look at that here. Give me a moment. And I'll flip you over to that. So again, we are live here on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, doing severe weather coverage. My colleagues are on the Fox Local app, as I mentioned. Please download that on your TV and on your phone. I'm off today. Left a 4th of July party to come do this real quick. And so that's why I'm doing this from home. Just trying to get the message out that, this is a nasty storm coming on through. It's almost done. It's going to be out over the lake shortly. But again, just make sure you have the appropriate apps here. If you're going to Summerfest tonight, the Fox 6 Storm Center app is great for all the alerts that you can get with that. That's a good one as well. So just quickly here, before I get into the model data for tonight, hang with me on that for a second. Follow my cursor here. I'm going to stop this. Do you see what's happening here? Look at the bow. Just off, we circled that. This is interesting. Right here, just off the coast. The lakeshore, right over the lake. Not only are we seeing a bow there, there's some rotation with that too, just out over the water. So that could be water spouting shortly as well. But that is an indicator of these very strong winds starting to push out now. And I think that it's good timing in that it's going to be out over the lake. I'm still concerned for Racine at the moment. And that is something that, again, it's this area. The strongest winds are Racine and then right out over the lake in that Boeing segment, okay? And that is what we're dealing with. But again, 10 minutes, this thing will be out over the lake. So we're just about done. Yes, this storm has a history of producing wind damage, it sounds like, in Lake Geneva and in Burlington. From what we're hearing, it's getting even better organized as it's pushing out over the lakes. So we're going to say goodbye to this very soon. Now let's go to the model data. Sorry, I know I've been teasing that for you here. So let me switch over. So here is the latest model data. And this it did a good job overall picking up on these storms. So this is now with the storms. If they were weaker, they didn't pick up on the strength, but they picked up on the location. Now we are dry. So now for the rest of the afternoon, we are dry. And then as we go into tonight, this is 6 o'clock, storm developing south of Madison. 7 o'clock, here we go again. 8 o'clock, strong storms in our southern counties. 9 o'clock, interesting. So the new data has it in the same area as before. Maybe some showers into nope, here we go. So now we're at 11 o'clock showing strong thunderstorms over Milwaukee. So, and then boom, it moves out after that. And let me show you the 4th of July too, because I know a lot of folks are concerned. But so look at this. So this was from earlier today, and watch how it changes. They actually did not pick up on this round of storms, but then picked up on a different round around 7 o'clock. See how it's always changing? And that's the concern with this type of an environment. So tomorrow, scattered, this is Saturday now, scattered thunderstorms during the day, not an all-day washout, and maybe some more storms early on Sunday. So again, I would say time frame for tonight, I'm most confident with, 7 to 10 p.m., somewhere in there. Just pay close attention to the radar because you saw that the earlier morning run today didn't even have storms in Racine and Kenosha, right? And then they just start developing. And that's the deal with this type of environment that, is making us all pull our hair out right now is that, it's kind of the classic summertime pattern where these things pop and it's hot. The environment, really goes here. All right, radar update and National Weather Service update for you. Look at this. Seeing the wind signature starting to bow out over the lake. Strongest winds look to be south of Mount Pleasant. Remember, we were just talking about that? Main part of the storm should be out over the lake in the next few minutes. So that's exactly what we were just talking about. So I'm glad to see that we're on the same page with that. Again, I'll loop this for you and let me check in on some of your questions and comments. Again, put them in the comments here. So hearing from Racine, the ground is already soaked. Very heavy rainfall. Let's see here if I can pull up all your comments, if it will let me. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Let's see here. Doesn't want to let me load the comments. Let me try it on my phone here, see if I can pull it all up for you. So yeah, this has been I've got my wife is she's like, where are you? They're at a 4th of July party, so I got to get back. All right, let's see here. Oak Creek, you've got a few rain showers. You're good to go. West Allis, Greenfield, you're good. My wife just texted me, are you coming back to the party? All right, hang on a second here. Union Grove, you should be good to go now. Rain started in Raymond. Thank you. I know some of these are older. Cynthia, wind got crazy in Genoa City. St. Francis, nope, you're good to go. Wow, massive shelf cloud coming in north and west of Kenosha. Mentioned Summerfest before, 7 to 10 p.m. chance for storms. Let's see here. Yes, saying south of Milwaukee. Anything for Wauwatosa, you're good to go. Branches down in Mount Pleasant, thank you. Sarah, yep, we'll probably get another round later on tonight. Franklin, you're good. Rochester, you're good. Verona, you're good to go. More storms, Paul, yep, later today. Thundering in West Allis, but that is all from the south, so you're good to go. Are the later storms going to affect the fireworks in Muskego at 9:30? Possibly. So stay tuned for updates. Let's hope that those don't develop. But yes, that is a possibility. Again, Greenfield, you're good. What else here? Any other questions? South side of Racine, super windy. Kenosha, worst is going through you right now. Greendale, you're good. Franklin, you're good. Lake Geneva, you're good. Summers, you are good to go now. And scattered thunderstorms for the 4th of July. All right, I think I made it through, and my wife just texted me and said, "Are we all good here?" Yes, we are. Okay. All right, so let's give you one more update with the radar, and then I think we're going to be good to go. So, oh yeah, so this is interesting. So let's take one more look at this here. Racine, you're getting hit hard. However, the wind, let's look at the wind. Look at that wind. So just out over Racine, just pushing out over the lake. I mean, look at this, 68 mile per hour winds just offshore. I mean, just offshore. Look at that Boeing segment. That's intense. I hope there are no boaters out there right now, because that's an intense bow echo that we call it right there. So the science quickly, what's happening is you're getting what's called a rear inflow jet developing, going around like this and then going poof right in behind it, causing that to bow right out. And that's strong winds heading right out over the lake. So here's the bottom line. Yes, Pleasant Prairie, you are getting hit hard right now. Racine, you are still getting hit hard. However, the worst of the storm is now pushing out over the lake. So what this means is the worst of the storm is just about completely over. So 10 minutes, Pleasant Prairie, you're going to be good. 5-6 minutes maybe in Racine, and you're going to be good to go. Broader view, look at the line developing down to the south in parts of Illinois. That's all going to miss us. You see how we're all dry back here now. That, by the way, is the wind farm in Allenton, if you're interested. That's not rain. So that is it. So we're looking good. Again, I'm going to have to rush back to this party before my wife kills me. So, so thank you for tuning in. There have been reports of damage. Make sure to have the Fox Local app. We have World Cup soccer on right now, so make sure to have the Fox Local app. You will find live coverage there all afternoon long with my colleagues. And there is, again, reports of damage in parts of the Burlington area down to Lake Geneva. We may have more, as the afternoon hours come in. So make sure to follow them. I think we're going to be good to go now for the next several hours. Stay tuned. Make sure to follow me on all of my pages too, if you're not already, including Tom the Weatherman on YouTube. And I'll try to post more stuff later today should we start to see another increase in activity, or kind of get a clearer picture of later on tonight. But here's my big story. I hope you all have a happy and safe 4th of July. It's been warm. The heat's going to break tomorrow. And I hope you're happy and safe with your family and your friends. And let's all have a great weekend. And I think we just got through this storm together. And we'll update you